Hello, family and friends at Augusta Heights. I come to you with an update in the life of our church, but first I want to thank you for your patience and faithfulness and grace over these past 2 months. I tell people all the time how incredibly grateful I am to serve a church like ours, with a staff like ours, and that is especially true during these challenging times. Now, I know that many of us have been wondering and many of us have begun asking, well, when will the church reopen? When will we be able to gather again? Which I've come to realize is a way of us asking, when will things be normal again? And to tell the truth, I'm just not sure. Believe me, I am aching to be together again with you, to see you and talk to you, not just through a screen, but face to face, and worship together and sing together, to get a hug from Mr. Bill and a kiss on the cheek from Miss Mickey. And I realize there are some churches that are beginning to gather in various ways, and some that are making plans to do so in the near future. There are other churches who are making plans not to gather for weeks or even months ahead. And every church is unique. Our church maybe more than most. And this past Sunday, your deacons met to discuss the unique needs and resources and challenges and capacities of our church and how we move forward during this time of COVID-19. As I'm sure you know, there are weekly updates and information, ever-changing trends in the spread of the virus, new recommendations from public health experts. So given the fluidity of our current situation, your deacons have decided that they will meet by Zoom virtually every 2 weeks to monitor the latest trends and information and to discuss how we can continue to adapt and adjust the worship and missions and ministries of our church. At least for now, though, we are not making any plans for indoor, in-person worship until we are able to gather in the sanctuary. As you know, we currently don't have functional air conditioning in the sanctuary, but it is the only indoor space large enough for us to gather in and still practice safe social distancing. We feel like this decision is in the best interest of the members of our church family who are most at risk and vulnerable, as well as in the best interest of the public health of our larger community. And of course, we will be monitoring this every 2 weeks, and we can always change. We can adapt and adjust accordingly as we have new information and new developments. And I can assure you, we will resume church gatherings just as soon as it is safe to do so. Because we also want to be sure that when we gather, we are able to do so in a way that is not only safe, but also meaningful. None of us want to resume in-person worship in a way that doesn't really feel like worship, because we can't sing together or shake hands or hang around and talk to each other, or because not everyone can be there. Maybe not even most people can be there. To put it another way, we want to be sure that the joy of us being together will outweigh the frustration of what it will take for us to be together. And ultimately, we want all of us, or at least as many of us as possible, to be together. So in the meantime, we are looking for creative ways that we can safely gather. Maybe some sort of temporary cooling of the sanctuary, or perhaps smaller gatherings outdoors so that we have plenty of space. And we will continue to offer quality content and opportunities online and provide resources for our members who don't have internet access. We will continue to find new ways to care for each other and to serve our community, and we will continue to keep you informed of any new developments or decisions about beginning to gather again. During this time, the church office will remain closed, but the staff will continue to work remotely, and we and our deacons are available if you have any needs or questions or concerns. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us. Now, many of you have asked what you can do for the church during this time, and my answer to that is simple. Stay engaged. It's difficult, I know. I have trouble staying engaged in my kids' e-learning and in Zoom conference calls, sometimes even with family and friends. But I am asking you to stay engaged or to re-engage in whatever ways that you can. Participating in online worship and Bible study and fellowship opportunities. Inviting newcomers to connect with our church in those very ways. Giving financially as you are able, as your budget allows. Praying for our church and for our world during this unprecedented time. Checking on and caring for one another, serving our community in whatever ways you can. Now is the time not to pull away. Now is the time to lean in. Because the only way we will get through this is together. Friends, the building may be closed for the time being, but the church is open. It always has been. And if we will continue to follow in the way of Christ and love God and love our neighbor, especially during this time, it always will be. Thank you. Be safe. Take care. And we hope to see you soon.